when you're managing more and more rental properties on Airbnb, you realize that you have a problem of efficiency because you're doing more and more repetitive tasks. And this is what I realized when I started to acquire more and more properties to rent out on Airbnb. Because I am an investor, but this is not my main job. I actually have a business in a totally unrelated area. So I found myself investing in real estate and then renting everything out on Airbnb, and I didn't want it to take so much time in the beginning, right? And so, as I'm also an automation freak, I started to look for solutions to automate the repetitive tasks, and I think I found quite a lot of them. So let me show you an example. First of all, I managed to render my booking process as smooth as possible. So people, potential guests who see my listings, are very likely to book them, and this without asking me any questions, right? So I take out all the hesitation. Also, my prices before that are updated automatically for all the listings every day. And then when a new reservation does happen, I reply automatically to the guest, right? I send them one or several automated messages with all the information regarding the arrival, right? I don't write these messages myself, and I don't use Airbnb replies. This is all fully automatic, meaning that I barely write stuff, I barely communicate with guests during their booking process and even after their booking process. In the meantime, my Google Sheet, which tracks my Airbnb business, is populated automatically. So the data from Airbnb, including the guest's name, check-in, check-out date, number of nights, number of guests, and the total payout, all of this is added instantly and automatically to a Google Sheet file corresponding to a certain listing. And then on another sheet, I have all my formulas, all my calculations that allow me to calculate everything that I need for my business, right? So these formulas can be fully customized. The problem here is that normally it's not easy at all, and actually not even possible to take information from Airbnb directly inside Google Sheets automatically, but I managed to find a way to do this. And then again, still at the same moment, my cleaning person, which takes care of the apartment that has just been booked, she receives an SMS message coming from my phone, so she thinks that I send it, and this message contains the checkout date, right? So I notify her about the checkout date, and she inputs this into her calendar, and this is once again automated. This is my phone who sends this information automatically. I don't do this anymore. After this, of course, there is a self-check-in, so I don't meet my guests. I put in place the best techniques so that the guests can enter the place completely by themselves without my intervention. And here again, this process is optimized, so there are very few errors, meaning very few people calling me not understanding how to get in. And once they are inside the place, I also created several things that allow them to have the answers to their most common questions, again, without asking me, without calling me. So they get inside, and if there's something that is not clear, they have the answer to their concerns on the spot, right? And then of course there is an automatic checkout, and my cleaning person goes there once they left because she already had received the SMS message before that. And so this whole system saved me, I don't know how many hours per week per listing, right? Before I used to do this manually, I would enter the data myself manually. I would send the SMS messages to my housekeepers also manually. In the beginning, when I started renting my first flat, I actually met people myself and gave them the keys, which was crazy now to think about it. And so many things like this I was doing manually, and now it's done automatically. So I saved, dozens of hours per week. And I can say today that this part of my business activity runs almost automatically all on its own, right? I have very little things that I do manually myself, but I still have some, right? Not everything's automated, or at least I didn't manage yet to automate everything. I'm working towards it. So just to be sure what you're going to learn inside this course, check the next video, the introduction video. I will also tell you what is not automated, right? But everything that I've just said This is what I will teach you. This will be the lessons that you will go through. And by the way, if you don't know me yet, my name is Pavel. I have a bestseller Airbnb course on Udemy, but that other course is a course for beginners, right? It's how to start renting and how to do it well. So this course here is only focused on automations, and it's particularly useful for hosts or managers who have multiple listings, but even those who don't have, for example, if you only have one listing, maybe this course can be a fun thing for you. You can still automate all your process and stop doing these things. So don't hesitate any longer, enroll in this course and see you inside.